In today's video, we're going to be talking about this new moon that we're having in the sign of Sagittarius on November 23rd. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new, make sure that you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another new moon or full moon video ever again. I do one every single month on my channel for each of the moon phases, kind of to tap into how we can make this energy work in our favor. So today I'm going to be talking to you about 5 things that we need to know, 5 things we can kind of do to maneuver this energy into our life, to tap into it, to suck it in and make it work in our favor. So let's just hop right into number 1. I have notes here as always. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, what part of your life do you want to explore more? Sagittarius energy is very adventurous. They're very independent. They love traveling. They love new things. They love exploring and just finding new ways to feed their soul, feed their spirit. And so we have a new moon in this sign, and the energy is going to be around everywhere and everyone, depending on how different people tap into it. But I'm going to teach you guys how to actually tap into kind of invoking more travel and getting more of what you want that corresponds with this moon phase, and how you can pull that in. So what are possibly some new things that you would like to explore and experience? What are some things that, like, maybe it could be new food, it could be a new hobby, it could be a new place you want to travel to, it could be a new relationship you want to explore. It can be a new lifestyle. It can be anything. But what is it for you? Because we are all so different. Like for me, maybe I love cats, and I would love to just adopt 100 cats. And for someone else, that for me is exciting. But for someone else, they probably don't like cats at all. So their excitement experience is going to be something else. So we have to understand that too. Sagittarius is very also hard-headed, stubborn, kind of like a Taurus sometimes, but it is because they are very driven. And once they put their mind to something, they will not stop until they get it. So around this time, you might find yourselves really honing in, like tunnel vision into some sort of hobby or relationship or something that excites you. So keep that in mind, and also explore what those things could be for you. Another thing that I wrote here is, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be itching for adventure, for something spontaneous, for something fun, like just something out of your comfort zone, something spontaneous. And I actually have a tattoo on my foot, and it's from a poet named Rumi. And I know a lot of you guys know him, but it says, respond to every call that excites your spirit. And I wanted to get this engraved onto my body. I think I got it like 8-9 years ago maybe. And I wanted it engraved into my blood. I wanted it engraved into my DNA, onto my skin, so that sometimes if I just look down on it, it just will remind me to always do that, to just respond to the things that excite your spirit. Because if you don't, life gets really dull. And so what is it that excites your spirit? And if you guys know the quote, let me know. And if you guys are familiar with Rumi's work, let me know. What is your favorite line from his poems? Like, comment it down below. I would love to know. A lot of you guys are going to go towards the direction of where you feel excited, towards a direction that makes you feel happy. It's just gonna feel a little bit more natural around this new moon phase. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is, what do you see for yourself? Sagittarius energy, they always like to look at the future and plan for it, and not even plan for it, but they know where they want to be, and they know where they want to end up. Not necessarily the how, but they know what the end result is, what the end goal is. Now, oftentimes, if we don't see ourselves somewhere in our future, our future self, we don't see our future self, then we kind of leave it up to chance. And we leave it up to other people's energy. We leave it up to the TV shows we watch, to the conditioning we've been exposed to news and whatever like they put in your head. So it's very important to have your own beliefs and your values and opinions and all of that stuff. And Sagittarius is very strong in that. And so I feel like a lot of you guys might be coming into experiencing or learning or even just speaking more about what it is you believe in, what it is you value, and making it be known that that's who you are, that's what you believe, that's what you think, that's how you feel. Sagittarius are very open with how they feel. They have like, I used to call my cousin, she's the baby cousin of the family. I have six cousins that we all grew up together like brothers and sisters, and she was the baby. And I would always call her the truth machine because she had no filter when she was little. She would straight up tell you, oh my God, your room is dirty. Or like, why does your hair look like that? Or like, why is she so mean? Why are you so rude? Like, I really loved it though, because anytime I needed to ask her something, I'd be like, how does this look on me? And she'd be like, it's just nice to have somebody that tells you the truth. So I would call her the truth machine. And I feel like we kind of are going to be heading into that energy where we become the truth machine. Or we might actually experience somebody else in our life that are the truth machine and they tell you the truth about something. And Sagittarius energy, sometimes it could go both ways, right? When you tell somebody the truth, it can be havoc and disaster, and like they could be going straight up into their defense mode, but that can't stop you from telling the truth. And sometimes somebody else tells you the truth and it kind of hurts a little bit, or maybe it's like something you needed to hear. So just be open to truth, a lot of truth right now. And if we don't visualize ourselves in our truth in the future, then we're going to start living or like absorbing and embodying another person's truth. And we don't want that. And Sagittarius energy takes you away from that. It really does. So keep that in mind around this new moon time. You don't want to become like a blank canvas for somebody else to paint on. You want to paint on your own canvas because everybody has their own canvas. And what I mean about canvas is your life. So whatever you believe and think of and all those things, it drives your life. It creates energy and frequency and momentum. And with the law of attraction, whatever you think about, you become. Whatever you hear and listen to, it becomes a part of your life. Whatever conversations you engage in become more of who you are. So watch out for those things and where your energy is going regarding those things. Now, let's get into number 3. What have you become under the pressures of your life? That's a really good question that I felt like a lot of you guys could probably even journal about or write it in the comment section if you guys are open. Our community down in the comment section is really, really beautiful. And I wrote down here, remember, diamonds are created from pressure. And even like a geode crystal, you have to crack it open. At first it looks like just a rotten egg or something, like a rock, right? But you crack it open and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, you guys. I'm actually going to link down a geode set that you can get on Amazon, and I have a whole packet. I actually have it right here, you guys. I have it right here. I'm going to show you really quickly. And I'll link it down below because I want to do this, and I'm going to probably film it over on Patreon because I'm going to be doing it with my partner, and it's just going to be like a cute little date night. But you get 10 geodes in this pack, and you can break it, and you can get amethyst, you can get a bunch of different crystals in there, and it's actual real crystals, and it's in its rawest form, and some of them turn out so pretty, you guys. And so sometimes you just gotta be like cracked open, or sometimes you gotta be put under so much pressure so that your beauty comes out. And a lot of time with Sagittarius, they thrive under pressure. And chaos, like they thrive in it. Not saying that they like drama, but it just challenges them more to become better and bigger and beautifuler, or more beautiful. Look at where you are. Sagittarius are very, very driven. Look at where you are and where do you want to be, and shoot your shot. Like, Sagittarius is like an arrow. The symbol is like an arrow. So you're kind of just, it's like what it reminds me of is like a bow and arrow. You kind of just, you pull it back to get the tension and then you shoot it forward. So what do you want? What do you want in your life? Or what is it in your life that drives you? What drives you? And what do you want? And what can drive you towards getting that? That's a very important question. Like, if you want to buy a house, you can't just sit and just like look at homes. What do you need to do? You gotta build credit. You gotta get down payment money ready, plus closing costs money ready. Figure out what kind of house you want, what kind of neighborhood you want. Where, like, what city do you, like, there's so many things, right? So when you specify a goal in your mind, and Sagittarius are very goal oriented. When you specify a goal in your mind, how can you shoot your shot so that you can get that goal and obtain that goal? That's going to be a lot of thoughts running around this new moon times. Okay, I want this. How do I do it? What do I need to do? How do I prepare for it? Right? Just like the bow and arrow, sometimes you got to pull back a little bit. And that's I think the section when you're pulling back in life, you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like I'm so behind, but you're just kind of pulling back just a little bit to shoot your shot, and then you're going to hit your target. So I wrote that down, and I felt like that was a very important message to share with a lot of you guys. And for so many of you, what's needed is a little bit more adventure and excitement. So what you're shooting towards, what you're going towards, is something that makes you happy, makes you feel fulfilled, not content, but like fulfilled. Like, content for me in this scenario, I'm seeing like, you don't want to be just, yeah, I'm fine. You want to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I'm so happy, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this, I can't believe this. That's the energy of a Sagittarius. Now, let's get into the fourth thing I wanted to talk about is independence guides a Sagittarius. Sagittarius are very independent. They don't really want to ask for help. They want to do everything on their own. They want to prove to the world and themselves that they can do something on their own, that they can hone in on a goal and achieve it and obtain it. And they don't care if they have to work really, really hard or cut corners, or however they get to the goal, they will get to their goal. And for a lot of you, I feel like, what is it for you that makes you feel independent? And what is it that you might be feeling like is taking away from your independence? That's another good thing to think about around this time. And because the new moon is in Sagittarius, our thoughts might be going towards these things a little bit more. Like, what makes me feel free? And what makes me feel trapped? How can you be more of what makes you feel free? How can you be more of what makes you feel independent? In a way that excites you. So how can you feel more independent in a way that excites you, makes you happy? Sometimes we feel independent, we're like, good with the bills and everything's taken care of, but still there's something, right? Like, you feel like maybe if this or if that. And so this is a time where you get to dive into, what is that? Even if you are independent and on your own and like capable of doing everything and achieving everything, is it making you feel happy and excited? It's a big question to ask yourself as well. Success is success, but success with happiness and excitement is a different kind of success, right? Sometimes success can be stressful. But around this time, it's what kind of success can you have that makes you feel like a little kid again, right? Now, let's get into the fifth thing. And every new moon and every full moon video, I talk about a part of your body where you can get affected. So it's a part of our chakra systems. We have 7 chakras. Around this time, it's our sacral chakra and our root chakra. So, this is so interesting. So it's your stability, which is your independence, right? Like you want to be able to do everything on your own and root yourself and your foundation and be stable and secure in everything that you're doing. But at the same time, the sacral chakra is excitement and pleasure and creativity and arousal. And so we're mixing and mingling these two energies together, and these two energies of our bodies and our chakra systems are going to be extra activated. So I wrote down a few things to do for those chakras. I want you to use orange candles, brown candles, red candles. Those are really good colors to work with Sagittarius energy. And also working with anything that has to do with like an arrow. I have a video on my channel that I did like a few years back of how to use a Sagittarius moon and what symbol to write on a bay leaf, to burn the bay leaf with your intention on it and the Sagittarius symbol. If you guys want me to do it again, I can do it again before the new moon. Let me know in the comments down below. I also want you guys to work with horses, horseshoes. Horseshoes, okay, hold on. Let me step back a little bit. Horses, so horse paintings, horse decor. For me, I have like a little kind of a phobia of horses, and so I would probably work with a horseshoe. That's why I wrote down horseshoe. And horseshoes are very, very lucky, and a lot of people keep it on their front door to bring positive energy in and to keep negative energy out. So if you can find a horseshoe, I know there's an antique shop around me, and my partner once bought a horseshoe, but at that point my phobia of horses was like really bad, so I was like, no, I don't want a horseshoe in the house. It has to do with horses. But we all have to overcome our fears, and Sagittarius is a big energy to do that. Sagittarius likes to overcome their fears and really push their limits, okay? So they put the tension on themselves and then they shoot it, okay? So just a lot of you might be kind of like say you had a fear of spiders or something, and all of a sudden you're just like fascinated by learning. You just want to kind of learn about spiders, or maybe you want a pet, or maybe you're not scared of it that much anymore, or maybe like you always had your partner kill it and now you're able to just kill it. It's also like a removal of fear and facing and overcoming fears, no matter how big or small. Sagittarius will overcome it. And we are stepping into that energy. Now, I also want to say that every single new moon and every single full moon, there are ways that you can arouse people according to how the moon is. So sexual and intimacy and stuff like that. But that I cannot talk about over here. I have my link tree down below. You guys can go find my website where I talk about that every single month. So this time, it's a lot of juicy things. I got my notes right here, and it's really romantic. It's really sweet, and it's just exciting the way that you can arouse someone else, or how you can tell your partner, hey, well, let's try this. You do this on me. And it's just something new, something fun, and something that I'm really fascinated with. So head over to my OF. It's down in the description box below. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, and I do have a Sagittarius new moon ritual, a group ceremony that I'm going to be doing where you can book your spot. And I'm going to be doing an entire ritual spell with your name in it. And then I'm going to send you a video like a few days later of a little clip of what I'm doing. And a lot of you guys have already purchased, and I'm so excited to have you in my ritual. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoy this new moon, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon.